Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I wanted to show you guys a little nail haul that I got from Colorwave. These are the 8 colors that I got. Aren't they so gorgeous? So I tried to get a solid and a glitter to match just so I can make sure I had a combo. But I wanted to show you guys the colors individually. So this is how the jar looks like. Has a little logo. And then I like how they have the color of the dip on top. So this is Ice Queen. She's a pretty like lilac kind of color. Here's the swatch. Next is Avalanche. So like I said, you guys, I got a solid and a glitter to match just to make sure that I had a color combo. So that's how I'm going to go ahead and show you on the video as well. And here she is on the swatch. All right, next up is Coral Reef. So this one, you guys, is one of their newer solid colors. I actually had to wait for it to restock because it was sold out for a little bit, but it is so perfect for all your summer manis. Here she is on the swatch. And then what I got to match is called Sun Kiss, which is also one of their newer shades as well. All right, next up is a bubble gum, and this one is a pretty like bright Barbie pink. This is the one that I'm actually going to be using for today's video. Here she is on the swatch. And then for the glitter, I got it in daiquiri. Now in the jar, it looks kind of orangey, but when you swatch it and on the nail, it looks completely different, especially like next to bubble gum. So just keep that in mind. Okay, next up is Rogue, and this is actually a shimmer color. This is the actually only shimmer that I got, but it is kind of like a plum color, not too deep, but not too dark as well. So this is really pretty. And then the one I got to match is called Rave Girl, and this one is actually my chunky glitter of the bunch. She's so pretty in the jar, but check her out on the swatch. Here is all of them all together once again. Aren't they just so pretty, you guys? Okay, let's go ahead and jump right into the Manny. Now I am going to use my Triple D liquids only because Colorwave doesn't have liquids yet, but I wanted to give them the best shot, so I wanted to use my absolute favorite liquids, and these are the ones that I'm going to be using today. Okay, you guys, so I will be putting their information down below, their Colorwave Instagram and their Facebook, as well as the owners. So Colorwave is actually owned by 2 girls in the nail community. One of them is Nails by Tessa, and the other one is Tazzy Nails. They're both really sweet, kind girls. They're really involved in the nail community. And like I said, just go ahead and check them out. I'm going to be putting down their IG information down below as well. But yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and make an order from Colorwave, I do have a discount for you guys. It is welcome 15, and that gives you 15% off. It's not affiliated or anything. They just shared it with me. I just wanted to share it with you guys. So this is like for first time customers. So again, it's welcome 15. Also, I also heard that a little birdie told me that they're going to have a new set coming out with like birthday colors. So I'm super excited for that. And I did want to mention that in here because they just wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek through me. All right, you guys, now let's go ahead and talk about the Manny. So I'm not sure if you checked it out when I was first starting the Manny that I touched my thumb. I was actually checking to see if my peel base was completely dry, which by the way, it wasn't. It was still a little tacky. So when I started my Manny, it looked a little bit patchy. So just know that that was on me, not on the actual color or anything like that. So the color right off the bat is super pigmented. You're going to be able to tell or know what I'm saying when I do my pointer and my pinky. Like I said, my peel base wasn't completely dry before I started my Manny, and that's why it looked patchy in the beginning. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and finish off the 3rd layer of my dip base, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to the other 2 fingers. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take out my Steady Chaos so I can go ahead and start on my other 4 fingers. Now this thing, you guys, is a godsend. I love this finger rest. I literally use it for every mani now. All right, so what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of dip base and go up 3/4 up the nail. And then what I'm gonna do is then lay my finger down. Now usually I do the pour over method, but I wanted to make sure that my finger was getting completely covered. So now you guys can tell the coverage that I was talking about, how my thumb didn't take it as well. For these fingers, the peel base is completely dry, so it's easier for the dip base and the dip powder to grab on. So just make sure, again, you guys, to make sure that your dip base is completely dry before you start your mani. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the actual dip powder. So as you guys can tell already, it is a solid color, no shimmer or anything like that, and it's super pigmented. What I liked about this is it didn't have a really strong, like, acrylic kind of smell to it. I don't know if you have bought from other dip companies before and you open up the package and it has like that acrylic smell. So this one did not have that at all. So that's one of the first things that I noticed. Next is how soft the powder was while I was doing all my swatches. So it gave me complete coverage with only 2 dips on my swatch. Now I'm always going to do 3 on my actual nails, so I will be doing that in this video. But yeah, also there was no patchiness, because sometimes when you have bright colors and you do like the filing and buffing, sometimes you could get a little bit of patchiness. This did not have that. Thank goodness, because I love bright colors like this. Also, the solid colors, and this goes for all the solid colors, at least the ones that I have, even the shimmer color, it was kind of like thin enough for it's easier to work with, so it's very user friendly. Because sometimes some dip companies, when they get certain colors, they get a little dense and thick, so it makes it harder to work with. Say like, for example, blacks and reds from certain companies are sometimes harder to work with. But not this one. This one was easy to work with. It didn't stain. And yeah, I really, really like that. Because again, I'm always looking for something that's also user-friendly for like a first-time dipper. Okay, now that we're done with the solid, I'm going to go ahead and activate it really quick before we move on to our glitter. So again, you guys, the glitter that I'm using is called daiquiri. Now daiquiri is actually a really fine type of glitter. Now I'm going to go ahead and just dump it out into my cupcake liner, for one, because I want you guys to see the color, and 2, I want you to see like the little clumps. Now when a glitter is really, really fine, it can get kind of like the static togetherness, so all you have to do is shake it to break it apart and you're good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 layers of this on each of my fingers, my middle and my ring. Now just a heads up, you guys, this to me is considered a full coverage, meaning you can do 1 dip and just get away with 1 dip. I'm always gonna do 2 because I always do 2. But again, these glitters, these shimmers, the smaller ones, are very user-friendly too. So if you're a first-time dipper but you still want to use some glitter, I do recommend you guys using the smaller glitters like this one, because like, again, they're really, really easy to work with. Now the only thing is that I would recommend before you go on and move on to your second layer is to make sure you kind of tap or pat down the glitter before you do like your dusting, and of course you're cleaning around the cuticle areas. But when you pat it down, it makes them flat and flushed, and then that's going to get you a better coverage on top of the nail. All right, you guys, so now that the 2 layers are done, we're gonna go ahead and clear cap them. So that's just meaning putting a clear layer over them. This is just so we don't distress or destroy the glitters when we do the filing and buffing. And this is very important when you have any shimmers, glitters, or chunky glitters. Now, you guys, I didn't see Colorwave having just a plain clear, but I also wasn't looking for it. But like I said, I'm sure I didn't see one, so I didn't get them, so I can't really test their clear, but this is a double dip clear, which I use all the time. I'm gonna hit it up with a layer of activator, and then I'm gonna file and buff off camera. This is right after I filed and buffed. I'm kind of liking the bubblegum color, that pink color, in matte. That's just me, you guys. Doesn't it look kind of cool? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my delicate gel. And since we're using gels, we're gonna need our lamp. So of course I'm gonna be using my triple D lamp as well. So I am going to go ahead and start with my thumb. If you see my past videos, you guys know that I do my thumb separate. That's just my thing. That's just what I do. But I'm going to go ahead and put a layer of that on and then do a full cure. And then after that, I'm going to do my other 4 nails together and then do another full cure. All right, so this is how we're looking like straight out of the lamp. And of course, we're gonna go ahead and add some cuticle oil. You could stop here if that's okay, but I always put on cuticle oil, which I do recommend. That's just to hydrate all the skin and in the nails and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, you guys, and this is our final result. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely would recommend Colorwave. They're definitely a go for me. Make sure you check them out and use that welcome 15 code. All right, you guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye.